Hello again guys, and welcome to part 15 of Dent Station. Between the timetable this time between 6 PM and 7 PM there will be 5 trains and one from the previous timetable I couldn't quite fit in between the 5 and 6. That's an anhydrite working from Long Meg to Widnes. The reason I couldn't fit that in last week was I've got to reload the wagons now. So it takes time, tarpaulins and all that to carry on. So that's the timetable plans for this weekend. A couple of projects to show you, all to do with the timetable. I showed you the main thing last week, which is this. So we'll go through that. There's a few, it's not quite finished yet, there's a few additions and such like to put in. But I'm getting there. I've also done some other work which will take you through, some timetable related and others a little bit more to do with control. Having a problem accessing the fiddle yard control panels when the odd thing goes wrong, like a wire or a bad joint or whatever, because of the depth of them, getting the soldering iron down is just a bit, so bit of a revise on that, so we'll take you through that as well. Okay. So I'm picking this hectic period just to highlight the timetable workings. This is between 6 PM and 9 PM basically, what you can see on the screen. So 6 PM is there and 9 PM is there. So up trains are blue for freight, pink for passenger. Down trains are green for goods and yellow for passenger. So starting at 6 o'clock we have a down train, the 75th down train. The 47 up means the blue line coming in. So 75 down is this green line, passes through Dent around 1810. I'm pointing the wrong bit of the camera at the line, sorry. Arrives at Carlisle, and I've calculated around a 4-hour turnaround for locals to go for servicing and such like. And then so on an up train, this train will leave Carlisle, passes through Dent, and it's going to Skipton, so it's not going all the way. So again, it's about 3.5 hours for Skipton. It's not that far away. This continues through. There's trains that there's not many in this period that actually go past Leeds. In fact, there's none that go past Leeds. But on the north side we have a couple of up services. One starts Glasgow Edinburgh. That one is Bellahouston, which is in Glasgow. That's a Workington, that blue line, and the red line is another Glasgow passenger working. So it's all coming together. It's just to ensure that I don't show the same locals all the time, bringing different trains. You think it's only just left that. It's reminiscent of my train spotting at Glasgow Central when I was a kid. Got there handy early morning in the summertime, and seen a Britannia that rolled in to take an express out. John Bunyan 7003, and the few hours later seen a Britannia approaching over the bridge 7003. Couple of hours, 3 hours later, Britannia came in, light engine 7003, and before I went home that night, another Britannia 7003. So at the time I couldn't stand the thing. I've now bought a set of nameplates to rename a Britannia one day. So there we go. So the next thing is these racks which I've made. These are going to be the cards. All the cards fit in these racks. So there's one for the upside and one for the downside. So they're all held together at the moment, they've just been assembled. There's a pair of them. So these are the fiddle yard controllers. I use these when I've got friends coming over and we're having a running session. One will go at this Dent head end of the layout and one will go at the Garsdale end. We can control everything independently. Someone on the main line, someone here, someone down there. So it gets more interesting than just running off one controller. I did this really for neatness, to hold the controller plus the wiring, etc., all the switches and track diagram. But the only problem is this. You can see how wide that is. It's about 6 inches. Now when something goes wrong behind here, which you occasionally get a dry joint or a broken wire or whatever, getting a soldering iron down there in close proximity to all those wires is a bit of a nightmare. So what I've done, I've constructed a couple of control panels. So I'll be fitting these today. At the moment they're not put together yet, they're just a frame and a base. And when everything comes off, put that back together properly. Take this one off and I'll be applying that one at the base behind there. Can't zoom out anymore and I can't go back anymore, sorry. But you get the general idea, and then the controller will actually sit separate. So there's one of those for each end. So show you some of that being done. Okay, cheers guys. So this is the control panel exposed. You can see how awkward it can be trying to get a soldering iron down there. They're loose because they're hanging on a chain upside down. So sometimes when you get close to the joint and the soldering iron just touches and moves it, that's not helpful either. So soon change that today, hopefully. I've also got to go for my COVID injection today, so whether I actually get around to doing all of the timetable later today and a bit tomorrow, time will tell. Okay. Okay guys, this is the late running anhydrite from Log Meg to Witness, the X1650. That's Dent around 5 to 6 at night. Running late because I was tied up last week. The train's booked for a Class 8, so we're having WD, Class 8F, 90566. These were only booked to carry 18 anhydrite wagons. 9F would have been allowed 20 plus freight bank. Well, this is the X1636 from Carlisle to Skipton. Calls at Dent at 1825. Booked for a DMU, and today it is blue class 105. Head code is 2P68. Once again, in typical S&C fashion, there's a load of southbound trains. There's no northbound trains in this hour. This working is the X1722 from Carlisle to Washwood Heath near Birmingham. This passes at 1829. Black badge 45190 at the head. And it is obviously a parcels working. I didn't look at the timetable properly. There is one northbound working. A van's working to Carlisle. B26 or Soldier Type 2 at the head, B5317. This is the X1750 from Carlisle to Leeds and Bradford. Took the class 5 and today it's black 5 45694. A full rake of Gresley stock on this one. And this is the last working of the session. It's the X1755 from Carlisle to Sturton and Leeds. And it passes Dent around 1850. And at the head it has K3 Mogul 61949. So the last train of the session heads into Widdale Tunnel. That's the end of 5 to 6 o'clock, is it? 6 to 7 o'clock? I've lost the track. So before we close, I shall show you what I did with the control panels. So this is the new setup. That's the controller itself being mounted separately, and the route selection chart for the fiddle yard is above it now, and then just to the right is the new control panel. And it makes it a lot easier. You just flick it down and get to all that far easier than being hidden in a 6-inch deep box. And at the Dent head end, again the controller's separate, the control panel's adjacent. Need to get a bit of green paint to touch that up. And there's the route selection chart for this end of the fiddle yard. And again, this is a flick down. Makes life so much easier. Can't think why I didn't do that in the first place. So that's it, guys. I will hopefully see you next week. I had my COVID vaccination yesterday, so all being well, I'm getting another one in May, so that should be it. Right, thanks for watching. If you can do a like or whatever, much appreciated. Cheers now, see you again, bye bye.